So, we all know the three main compound exercises, right? You got your bench, squat, and the deadlift. The big three, the main compound exercises most of us focus on, and correspondingly, these are the three lifts tested in powerlifting competitions. Unless... what if I told you that there exists a fourth competition lift, a less popular but equally awesome exercise which has recently begun to resurface from the depths of obscurity? Welcome to the world of strict curling. So first things first, this all sounds great, but just how exactly do you perform the strict curl anyway? At this time, I'd like to refer to an excellent video done by Jujimufu, who explained it better and, let's be honest, faster than I ever could.
Rules of the strict curl are your upper back and butt must stay in contact with the wall on the way up and on the way down. You can take a slightly wider stance if you want. The heels have to be 12 inches from the wall. Your head, your upper arms, and your wrist can move as much as they want. So the elbows, it doesn't matter where they are.
Okay, so upper back and butt against the wall, heels 12 inches from the wall, and no restrictions on what your arms, elbows, and head can or cannot do. Sounds simple enough. Next up, now that we know how to execute a strict curl, what are some good numbers on this exercise anyways? The current world record was achieved by Denis Siplenkov, who curled a ludicrous 249 pounds. World record holding powerlifter Larry Wheels has a personal best of 231.5 pounds. WWE pro wrestler Eric Bugenhagen recently set a personal best of 172. Jujimufu, who I mentioned earlier, has a personal best of 161. And finally, we have Nick Miller, better known as Nick Strength and Power, who holds multiple state strict curl records, including a personal best of 165 pounds. I specifically wanted to add Nick on this list just to showcase that even natural lifters can still put up some pretty damn impressive numbers if they take the time to seriously develop this exercise. So after seeing all of this, I was wondering, where exactly do I stand? Because the bicep curl, for me specifically, this is an exercise which I have a lot of history with. I remember in my early 20s just blasting my biceps with 135-pound cheek curls in an attempt to just overload them and stimulate hypertrophy. This is a weight which a lot of people out there need to actually take some time to work up to on the bench press, and yet here I was just curling them for reps because I just love blasting the shit out of my biceps. If you look up the national strict curl records from my home country of Canada, the most recent available record for my weight class of under 90 kilos is 70 kilograms or 154 pounds. And although yes, this is obviously a significant amount of weight and considerably more than anything I have ever attempted in my life, to be honest, when I first saw that, I kind of thought to myself, fuck it, I can do that, and I will. Right after this. Now, if all this talk of lifting heavy things and performing at your absolute best has you curious about your own body's performance, definitely make sure to check out the sponsor of today's video, Let's Get Checked. Let's Get Checked is a fast and inexpensive service that provides health blood tests you can do from the privacy of your own home. This can be anything from general health metrics to hormones to even sexual health tests. I personally use and recommend the Male Hormone Plus test as it provides you with a reading of testosterone, SHBG, and estrogen. This way, if something comes back outside of the normal range, especially if it's low testosterone, you will know right away that it may be time to speak to a doctor or at the very least start implementing some lifestyle changes to get those numbers up. Also, they gave me a promo code, so you guys can get 30% off your entire order using code Vitruvian. If you have never checked your hormones, or if you have in the past and want to get an update to make sure that they're still at healthy levels, check out Let's Get Checked using the link in the description box below. Attempt number 1. We have 17 pounds. That is the actual weight of this little barbell, totaling 122 pounds. Actually, it's at 123 because technically you have to factor in the 1 pound for the collars, but close enough. So upper back and butt on the wall. Ah. too easy.
That seemed really easy.
Yeah, I haven't done this ever, actually, so I have no idea. I used to cheat curl 135, but that was like for a few reps with a straight bar, and it was garbage form. So strict, I have no idea. Either way, point is somewhere north of this. Alright guys, attempt number 2. This time I got a pair of 25s on top of the 35s, which in total comes out to 138 pounds or 62.5 kilos. Ah! Okay, so still probably a little bit too little weight, but considerably harder than last time. And finally, for my last attempt, this is 153 pounds, exactly 1 pound shy of the national strict curl record. You may not see it on my face, but I am 90% excited and 10% terrified of pulling a Callum von Moger. What the fuck? Yeah, that's an RPE 12. Holy fuck. Holy shit, guys, this may have been one of the hardest single exercise reps of my life. And yes, I am counting every single hard deadlift, bench press, squat, you name it, this really was that hard. I don't even know what this sensation, how to call it, but that's actually why you saw in the video that for a solid like 5 or 10 seconds there, I literally thought I was going to pass out. This was not your typical Zumba fitness class bicep curl. Now, the one last thing to mention, because some of you guys might be wondering, Igor, that's great and all, but what the hell? This video is called National Strict Curl Record, but from what I see, you're still 1 pound short. What the hell is going on? Is this clickbait? Take it easy there, because there is still a little bit more to this story. I never actually looked up or weighed my barbell. I just always heard in the past that the typical easy bars are 17 pounds, and that's kind of what I assumed. However, if you actually go online and if you look up the exact barbell I bought, this thing is actually 19 pounds, giving me an extra 2 pounds, technically giving me the national Canadian record of 155 pounds in my weight category. Also, to be honest, as impressive as that sounds, the Canadian national records aren't that competitive, this being a very uncommon and somewhat unpopular event. There really isn't that much competition. There are many state level records which are higher than the Canadian national record, but even that aside, just for fun, it was still kind of a cool thing to attempt. One last thing I want to mention is a big thank you to everybody I featured in this video. We're talking Larry Wheels, Jujimufu, Nick Strength and Power, which by the way is an excellent resource for information specifically on the strict curl, and anybody else I may have featured in this video. As always guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for stopping by and watching me realize my dream of finally having a stronger bicep curl than my calf raise.